Well, IgNight has been like something that people wanted it to happen for a really long time, at least as long as I have friends who spin, and everybody's always talking about having an event where everybody could go. And I was running a nonprofit organization. We're doing 40 events a year with a couple hundred people, educational events. And it just seemed like the perfect fit to do an event that, you know, it's Southern California where people don't have to drive 11 hours to go to Fire Drums or another event. And a lot of it had to do with one of our friends who wanted to do it very much, and he passed before it could happen. And that just stuck to me, and I felt that we needed to make it happen. Once we decided to do IgNight, you know, it was just a question of really talking to people. And I called a couple of friends, a couple of people that I knew, and you know, the Fire Groove crew and the Trick Concepts crew and Edward and everybody that is part of this community in Southern California. And it became like a snowball effect. You know, you had like this idea, and then it got bigger, and then before you know it, there's like hundreds of people pushing it forward, making it happen. I'm constantly like amazed by the quality of the people that just volunteer their time and their energy and their creativity to make it happen. Fire can make people very yang, very competitive, and it's a very warrior kind of thing. And so, you know, just bringing funny, cool people in brought a lot of that yin energy, and you know, and it made it, I hope, a good event. You know, IgNight 2.0 has a lot to do with just, you know, bringing back the same people and creating a little bit more equity. We're actually building signs, and we're bringing the signs that we had last year. We're bringing more signs. We're bringing more shade structure, more shenanigans, more clown noses. I mean, there's just more object manipulation things as opposed to just being a fire thing, more yoga classes, which yoga is so flow. More ICs now, more, you know, more shenanigans for people, you know. So I think ultimately people want to come into an event and see that, you know, their time is appreciated, you know, and we do appreciate everybody that comes. We try and make it good for them. I find that, like, you know, because our community is so creative, that there's enough events that you can go to and party and enjoy it and jump and have that feeling of flowsome, you know, that you're in the moment and enjoying that time with people. But I guess the idea behind IgNight being sort of a sober event, and where we're more focusing on classes, what I would like is for people to leave with a feeling of, first of all, a stronger sense of community, and then feel that their weekend was spent in upgrading what they love and what they do. You know, they come out a better person, and hopefully with more friends and more connections and more possibilities to increase their flow and find that moment where the present and the future doesn't matter, and you can enjoy that moment. Because I think in current society people don't do as much. So hopefully, you know, with astronomy classes and people looking at Saturn for the first time with their own eyes and things like that, I hope that they leave with a feeling of, you know, more awe in their life and how wonderful it is. BurnCurrent, you know, check it out.